Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. In this video I'll be sharing my outlook for GBPUSD for the coming week, what I expect from the pair, the key levels to watch, and scenarios to trade. So let's dive in. Okay, so before I start, let's recap on what happened last week. Now, last week GBPUSD saw some bullish pressure pushing up towards resistance in the 1.3650 to 1.3700 region. Let's break it down step by step. In my previous video, I made mention of starting from daily, scale down to 4 hours, and then finally to 15 minutes where you take your precise entry. So now we are going to be starting from daily as our higher time frame. Then we'll move down to 4 hours before we finally scale down to 15 minutes. Now looking at this chart, looking at the whole chart movement, you can see that the price is obviously bullish. Obviously bullish. Okay, so you can see it's obviously bullish. All right, so but how do we get in this trade? How do we get on this trade? Now the first thing I like to focus on the recent happening, irrespective of what is going on or what has gone on before. So you focus on the present. Now from the present, what I can see a sweep. I can see a sweep. If you've been following, you will understand this. There's a sweep right here, and there's a break of structure. In my last video, I made mention that your duty as a trader is to identify break of structures. Very, very powerful. If you've not watched that video, go to the description list below and clicking the video link so that you can watch it. I talked about a breaker block and how to use it. It's a powerful video. You will learn a lot of value from the video. Now, so there's a sweep right here, and there's a break of structure. Like I mentioned, once there's a break of structure, it gives us clear direction. Now it broke structure to the downside, meaning sell. So we're going to be selling. So for right now, the market has been retracing back. So this, what is going on here, is called a pullback. So the market has been retracing back. The market is still bearish until it breaks this region. Okay, let me put a line there so that you can follow along until it breaks this zone. So the market is still pretty much bearish for now, a short move to the downside. So until we get a change of character here, that's when we can now say we're finally back uptrend. But for now, the market is in a temporarily downtrend. All right, so a sweep right here, a break of structure, then you identify the liquidity that the market will take out before that move. So you see, here is the liquidity. So you see, here is the liquidity that the market has to take out before you can consider entering the trade. All right, so which it has already done. I'm just showing you how I trade. So a break of structure, first of all. Before that, you must identify a sweep, which happened here. This is a sweep. This is an external liquidity. So you identify the sweep, first of all, a sweep, a break of structure, then I'm ready to do business. Then you wait for the market to pull back into your POI. So here is the other block. This is the origin that caused this break of structure. So you mark the other block, which is this. And finally, the market retraced back and pull back into that zone, and you enter this trade for a sell. Now you see the market has been selling pretty well. The market has been selling pretty well. Now, what's my bias for this coming week? My bias is simple: bearish. The market is going to sell up until at least to this zone before we can now know, is it coming to this zone? So if we break this zone, it means it's coming to this zone. So you take it step by step. By Monday, we'll know what's going to happen. Is the market breaking here? Is it coming here? So for now, my outlook is sell. I don't have business buying for now until here is taken out. So let's go to 4 hours and see how 4 hours look like. There's a support forming here, and this is triple top. So definitely market will react when it gets here. Of course, it will react when it gets here. There's an internal support right here. It will react here. It will react here. So my outlook for the coming week is that this market is going to sell up until here. That's the first scenario. At least sell up until here before we can now move to here. So let's go to 4 hours and see what it looks like. All right, so on to 4 hours. So this is 4 hours. This is what has been happening. So you see the break of structure is also visible here. So now that it has broken this zone, market is definitely going to pull back before it continue selling. So but overall, so let's check what has been happening to 60 minutes from our origin. You see that market broke structure, has been breaking structure to the downside. It breaks structure to the downside, it pull back a little, another break of structure right here. So and another break of structure right here. So it pull back a little. This is current market pulling back. So the market will likely get to this other block right here, this zone right here, or if it did not get here, because there's another block, there's a fair value gap here. So if it didn't get here, then the fair value gap is another point of interest. So this is another point of interest where it will have to clear this liquidity fair value gap right here, and then tap on my origin and boom, to the downside. So if you measure this move, you'll see from here to here will give you 80 pips. So 80 pips on a trade that is well calculated with proper risk management is a beautiful trade. So another thing you might want to put into consideration is the key fundamental events to watch coming this week. In conclusion, for this coming week, I'll be watching how GBPUSD behaves around 1.3650 to 1.3700. A break above should open the path to 1.3715 to 1.3750, while a rejection could send us toward 1.3570 or lower. If you find this useful, please like, comment. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic trading week.